rent, or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and car insurance. Go to geico.com today, along with Michelle Smallman, Chris Canty, Evan Cohen. All right, let's go. First down here. Prove it week for Baker Mayfield. Bucks at Saints coming up on Sunday.
What is he proving?
I don't know.
No. I mean, the only thing that's there to be proved for these two teams is which one is going to win one of the worst divisions in all of football. That's all that's at stake right now. I mean, if Baker Mayfield can't go on the road and beat trick-or-treat Jameis Winston, then I mean, I don't know what to say about the Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, here's the thing. Bucks are better than expected, although they didn't represent that very well on Monday night. But the New Orleans Saints, I'm curious to see what the impact of Alvin Kamara coming back in this game is going to be for that offense, going to be for this team overall. But to me, this is just about which team is going to be the front runner to win the NFC South, but that ain't saying a whole lot.
Yeah, I know that they're tied atop the division, but I don't really know, to Cece's point, what we're looking for in Baker Mayfield. Is this a team that we really think is going to contend, even if they do end up winning the division? I don't put them in a Super Bowl contending category.
No.
So I don't know what he has to prove that he already hasn't proven to us.
I think one of the most interesting notes about any football player, maybe ever, is that when Jameis Winston was at Florida State, he couldn't see. He would be squinting constantly. It took him years to get the LASIK eye surgery or wear glasses. The guy had an undefeated season, won a national championship at Florida State, and could not actually see. Would squint, and even when he came into the NFL with the Bucs, was squinting constantly. And nobody's like, maybe he'd be a little bit better, as I'm spitting all over the place, if he actually could see.
You know the irony of that? GMs and head coaches been squinting at Jameis Winston since he came in the league, trying to figure out is that a franchise quarterback or not. Is it?
No.
Is it really?
No.
I don't know.
You don't need the LASIK
He threw
for that.
5,000 yards and 33 touchdowns.
And how many picks?
But he also threw 30 picks.
I was just going to say.
We're just trying to see, is he a franchise?
No.
Here's the thing. Both of these quarterbacks are stopgap quarterbacks. These are just guys that are something to do when there's nothing to do. These are not guys that can prove to their teams definitively that they should be the ones that they're riding with for the foreseeable future. That's why there's nothing for Baker Mayfield to prove individually.
Right.
It's all about the Bucs versus the Saints. Which one of these teams can be the lead dog in the NFC South?
It's not a bad play. I know Jameis Winston obviously did have eye issues, but if you're a quarterback and you keep throwing interceptions, coach, my vision's bad.
Yeah. Wait, I
gotta
didn't
go
know
to the
I'm supposed
optometrist.
to pay for these crab legs? I couldn't see where the cash register is. Second down.
Second down.
Vikings at Panthers, 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, we know what happens here. These are two winless teams. If the Carolina Panthers in rebuild mode with number 1 overall pick Bryce Young beat the Vikings,
Dear God in heaven.
what happens to Kirk Cousins'
Man,
future?
they got to trade Kirk Cousins. They have to trade Kirk. Well, I mean, what's the point of paying a player top of the market money if that guy is not going to be a part of your future and you can't win in the here and now? Well, that's what the situation is with Kirk Cousins. If they wanted to extend him, they would have done it already. They clearly don't with this new regime, Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. That's not their dude. So if you're not going to win right now and you're not going to extend him, do the best thing, which is get premium picks for Kirk Cousins. Somebody's going to pay you the price that you're looking for. It could be a 1, most likely a 2, but go ahead and ship him off. There's no point in riding with Kirk Cousins and keeping him on the books when you can get something for him to help build your future.
Yeah, they clearly want to go in a different direction next season. And I know it probably makes the most sense for them to move on from him. But I just look at this organization and I think for them to do that, they're waving the white flag. They're saying we won 13 games last year and we are signaling to our fan base that that was an illusion. It's over, that we are giving up on the season. And with a division that, you know, I know that they're off to a bad start, but the Bears are not good. The Packers came down to reality last night. The Lions look legit. But if you're the Vikings, you're probably looking at the division saying, are we really wanting to give up so quickly? Maybe they should. I don't know. But I just can't see them making that move.
I'm just going to continue to pound the same point over and over again. Draft a QB when you want one, not when you need one. They should have drafted a quarterback last year. They should have found somebody in the draft last year knowing what was happening here. And now what's going to happen is that they are going to draft a quarterback when they need one and not when they want one. And I understand that guy, whoever it will be, will have great weapons with Justin Jefferson there, obviously. But the reality is they're a year late on this stuff. Third down.
Third down.
All right, Commanders and Eagles, 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. What would a win against the undefeated Eagles say for the Commanders?
I think it will prove that we should take them seriously as a playoff contender, and it also prove that Sam Howell deserves consideration to be the long-term solution at quarterback. Like, there's no path to victory for Washington against Philadelphia that doesn't involve Sam Howell playing at a high level. I mean, if there's any weakness for that Eagles defense, It's in the back seven. It's that secondary. And can Sam Howell exploit that with the weapons he has at his disposal? He's got the receivers, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel. Logan Thomas if he plays at tight end. He's got enough weapons. It's can he take advantage of them, and can he get the ball out of his hands on time? He took 9 sacks last week against the Buffalo Bills. Each one of those sacks, he held the ball for over 4 seconds. Sam Howell, you ain't got forever in a day to throw the ball. Get rid of the damn football and get it to your playmakers. Those guys are pretty damn good at their jobs. But you got to prove that you're good at your job, and that involves being able to put this offense position where they can be competitive.
Yeah, this is a legitimacy win for the Commanders. And I look back to the Lions in week 1 going into Arrowhead beating the Chiefs. I know they didn't have Chris Jones. I know they didn't have Travis Kelce. But when I look at the Lions, part of my confidence meter in them is because they were able to beat the Chiefs. And I think with the Commanders, if you're able to beat the Eagles, a team that was in the Super Bowl last year, a team that's undefeated on the season, go into their house and do it, you're proving something.
First down. Fourth down.
Fourth down.
How did
I get to? I wonder why I wasn't a good quarterback.
When you're at third down, you want to convert for first downs. If you're doing it right, that's what happens. So we're doing it right. So you just jump to another first down.
What an idiot.
Rather than putting the ball on fourth down.
What an idiot I am.
No, you're good.
Wow.
It's like Tom Brady. You just didn't know.
Oh, you just compared me to Tom?
Yeah.
No, I can see that.
Are we going to get to fourth down?
Oh, you're damn right we are, because guess what it is? It's a Toy Story game Sunday morning. Falcons and Jaguars, ESPN Plus, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So, of course, we got to ask, favorite toy growing up?
Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van with the pizza gun on it. There was the pizza gun on the side, the door slid open. It was like one of those old school VW bugs that was tricked out, and it had the pizza gun on the side that took AAA batteries. You put them in there, and you could just hold the button and shoot out all those little pizzas.
Good answer.
Absolutely.
Not a great answer.
How is that not a great answer?
The WWF at the time toys, the little wrestlers, and you had I had the Killer Bees, I had the Heart Foundation.
Everybody had those, though.
So they were fun.
Be original.
I didn't have those.
Oh, there you go.
What did you have, Smalls?
Barbie, duh. She's an icon.
Which Barbie?
I had several Barbies.
Which was your favorite Barbie?
Probably Malibu Barbie.
Malibu Barbie.
You know, we had the car, we had the dream house. She's an icon.
Is she
She's
with
a legend.
Malibu Aaron?
Malibu Aaron.
Is she with Malibu Aaron? I'm curious.
No.
I didn't pick up what you were saying there. Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
What is going on?
Here's
I'm in first down.
Barbie's house is better than Aaron's, okay?
Wow. Oh, wow. Hot take.
Again, we're going to get to phone calls here in a second at 888-SAY-ESPN on the Dr. Pepper call-in line about the Lions last night, and are they now in that third spot in the NFC behind San Fran and Philadelphia? But the game of the weekend, at least going in, seems to be Miami and Buffalo, excuse me. So here's what I'm going to do that's unfair. You're only allowed to say one word. It's either Tua or Allen. Next 5 years, who would you rather have, Tua or Allen? CeCe.
Oh, my God.
One word. No. One word answer. Explanation comes in a little bit.
May I ask a caveat?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead. No.
Tua.
Is it on their respective teams or just in general?
No, too much Smalls.
Okay,
Tua or Allen?
Tua.
Tua or Allen, Smalls?
Tua.
You're running out of time.
I'm going to go with Tua.
Tua, okay.
But I'm concerned about the health.
More on that in a little bit. But we asked third best team in the NFC because San Francisco and Philly are clear-cut 1 and 2. But the Lions gave you a performance last night with a 34-20 win on the road at Green Bay after also winning on the road opening night against Kansas City. That makes you think maybe they're in that 3 spot. Let's talk with Mike in Detroit, who's watching on the ESPN app. What's up, Mike?
Allen, to answer the question, you got to do it quick and decisive. Love you guys in the morning. Okay, love you guys. And come on, guys. Detroit, seriously, opened up against Kansas City. I know they're missing their top 2, one side on each, but we look good on both sides of the ball. For the first time in a long time, we've always been able to score points. Matthew Stafford, Megatron, we'll leave it there. Our defense has always been suspect, but we went out and we got veterans and we got real free agents in the secondary, and we nailed the draft. Come on, our draft, Sam Laporta is a dog. Okay, Gibbs, dog. Montgomery comes over 3 tutties. I love all that. And let's get to Dallas. I'm sorry. Great defense. They didn't show up against Arizona at all. But Dak Prescott or Jared Goff, straight up, I'm taking Jared Goff. This year in 2023, he's a pro's pro. He knows what he's doing, and I love what we've done so far. Great statement win. 3-1. We're winning the North. Let's go.
Well done. Great call.
Good call.
Great
Outstanding call.
Jared Goff is a good football player.
He is.
We sat here yesterday. People can go back on the ESPN app and listen to the podcast, which includes us singing to no music many times. And you hear us discussing the idea that, oh, yeah, this guy was in a Super Bowl. We kind of forget about that. And sometimes riding the bus versus being the bus driver is okay. It's okay. Jared Goff does not have to be the bus driver in this division on this team. There was a moment last night, and it's a weird moment, but here we go. I'm going to bring this up, that made me realize Detroit feels different this year. Detroit has a guy that is basically a defensive tackle, nose tackle, that if you look at him, he looks like he's 65 years old, by the name of Isaiah Buggs. He's a beast inside. 6'3", 335 pounds. When you play that defensive tackle, nose tackle position, your job is not necessarily to sack the quarterback. It's to take on multiple blockers. Mm-hmm. This dude sacked Jordan Love last night in a way, and they brought it up, Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit on the broadcast on Prime. That's his second sack of his 6-year career, and that just means he's wrecking people. The Packers' offensive line was a little bit spotty, but they're just physical and nasty, and they're going to beat you up.
Did you have any doubt that they would be that way with Dan Campbell as their head coach?
No, but that was a moment for me. It's one thing if Hutchinson on the outside does it. It's a different thing because you played at times inside.
Oh, no doubt.
That's not your job necessarily to sack the quarterback, right?
No, your job is to eat up blocks, but, I mean, you saw it last night with both of those interior defensive linemen. McNeil had a day, too. I mean, those guys were getting after Jordan Love. They were collapsing the pocket, and then they left him nowhere to step up, and then your edge